For over 100 years, the Panama Canal has been the undisputed king of global trade. But now, Mexico is building something that could change everything. A new $4.5 billion project promises to offer a faster, cheaper route between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Will this new corridor compete with the Panama Canal? Or could it be the game changer the world's shipping industry has been waiting for? Stick around as we dive into this exciting, bold challenge to one of the world's most important waterways. The Panama Canal. The Panama Canal, opened in 1914, is one of humanity's greatest engineering achievements. It cuts through the Isthmus of Panama, a narrow strip of land connecting North and South America. Before its construction, ships had to take the long, dangerous route around the southern tip of South America. The canal changed everything. It shortened travel by thousands of kilometers, saving weeks of sailing time. Ships no longer had to face the stormy waters of the Strait of Magellan. Today, more than 10,000 ships pass through the Panama Canal annually, carrying millions of tons of cargo. However, the canal has its limits. It can only handle a certain number of ships daily, and during peak times, delays are common. In recent years, water shortages in Panama have further slowed operations, leaving many ships stranded in long queues. This is where Mexico's bold project enters the scene. The birth of the Interoceanic Corridor. The idea of connecting Mexico's coasts isn't new. Over a century ago, in 1907, Mexico opened a railway between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans called the Tehuantepec Railway. This project was an attempt to solve the same challenges that the Panama Canal later addressed. For a short time, the railway was successful, moving tons of cargo and boosting Mexico's economy. But when the Panama Canal opened in 1914, it became the preferred choice for shipping companies. The railway couldn't compete and eventually fell into disuse. Fast forward to 2018, when Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador revived the dream of an interoceanic route. This time, it wouldn't just be a railway. It would be a modern industrial corridor designed to attract global trade and investment. How CIIT works. The Interoceanic Corridor involves rebuilding and expanding Mexico's old railway lines. Spanning over 1,000 kilometers, it connects the ports of Salina Cruz on the Pacific coast with Coatzacoalcos on the Atlantic coast. Along the route, industrial parks are being developed to support factories, warehouses, and other businesses. The Mexican government has also modernized the ports at both ends, making them capable of handling large cargo ships. A key feature is the construction of a breakwater at Salina Cruz to protect ships from storms and rough waves. The railway will allow goods to be transported across Mexico in less than 9 hours, significantly faster than a journey through the Panama Canal. This could save companies time and money, making the corridor an attractive option for international trade. Challenges and controversies. Like any large project, the Interoceanic Corridor has faced its share of challenges. One major issue is the environmental impact. The construction of new railway lines and industrial parks has raised concerns about deforestation and damage to local ecosystems. Indigenous communities in the region have protested, fearing the loss of their land and way of life. There have also been disputes over land ownership. In one case, the Mexican government seized railway tracks from a private company to ensure the project could move forward. These controversies have created tension, but the government insists that the project will bring significant economic benefits to the region. A complement, not a rival. Despite its potential, the Interoceanic Corridor isn't meant to replace the Panama Canal. Instead, it aims to work alongside it. The Panama Canal often struggles to meet demand, especially during water shortages or peak shipping seasons. Mexico's railway can provide an alternative route, easing pressure on the canal and making global trade more reliable. By offering a faster and cheaper option for some shipments, the Interoceanic Corridor could attract companies looking for flexible solutions. Together, the two routes could increase trade between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, benefiting businesses worldwide. The future of global trade. As the Interoceanic Corridor nears completion, it's clear that Mexico is betting big on this project. Experts predict it could create 500,000 jobs and bring in $50 billion in investment. If successful, it could transform southern Mexico into a major hub for international trade. But competition may not stop there. Other alternatives, like the long-abandoned Nicaragua Canal or the opening of the Northwest Passage due to melting Arctic ice, could change global shipping routes in the years to come. For now, all eyes are on Mexico as it prepares to launch its $4.5 billion challenge to the Panama Canal. Whether it's a game changer or simply a support system, one thing is certain: the interoceanic corridor will play a key role in the future of global trade. The economic impact of the interoceanic corridor. As Mexico moves forward with the interoceanic corridor, the potential economic benefits are huge. The government has ambitious plans to transform the region into a major industrial hub. By connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans with a modern railway, Mexico is opening up new opportunities for businesses to thrive. The corridor is expected to create 500,000 jobs for local people, which will provide a major boost to the regional economy. Construction workers, engineers, and logistics experts will be in high demand, as will businesses in sectors like manufacturing, transportation, and tourism. On top of that, the project could attract $50 billion in foreign investment, making it an incredibly valuable asset for Mexico. This is a significant step toward reducing economic inequality in the region, where many people still live in poverty. Challenges along the way. While the economic promises are high, the interoceanic corridor is not without its challenges. First, there's the issue of land and environmental concerns. The project involves cutting down trees and clearing areas for new railways and industrial parks. This has led to protests from local communities, especially from indigenous groups who are worried about losing their land and the natural resources they rely on. In some parts of the country, there have even been clashes between construction workers and protesters. In one case, a group of protesters used machetes against construction workers, which led to a brief period of imprisonment for some of the protesters. There's also the challenge of maintaining the project's momentum. Any large-scale development faces setbacks, whether it's funding issues, political changes, or unexpected delays. The government will need to carefully manage resources, secure international partnerships, and address local concerns to ensure the long-term success of the corridor. Will the interoceanic corridor succeed? Whether or not the interoceanic corridor will become a game changer for global trade remains to be seen. The railway offers great potential, but its success depends on several factors. Will international companies be willing to shift their shipping routes to Mexico? Will the government be able to complete the remaining construction without delays? Some experts believe that the corridor's impact will grow over time, but it's likely to remain complementary to the Panama Canal. The two projects can coexist, each serving a different purpose in the global shipping network. The Panama Canal has a massive capacity and a long history of success, but the CIIT could provide a much-needed alternative, especially in times of high demand or disruption. In the coming years, the interoceanic corridor will likely prove its worth. As more sections of the railway are completed and the ports are upgraded, we'll see whether it truly becomes a key player in world trade. What do you think about Mexico's bold move? Will it shake up the world's shipping routes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on exciting global projects. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.